All right.
Doesn't look like La Marinara to me.
Let's begin this.
No, Evan, I told you, it's all...
It's all connected.
It's all one story.
All right, everybody. Let's. This is the official La Marinara 1-year anniversary commentary. Everybody, let's introduce ourselves. Going this way. Emmett.
You got Emmett Burris starring as Paulie.
It's Blake Guerrero as Leo.
Nick Slover is Nicky.
Kane Weekly as Vinny, and the other one.
Ooh,
Tommy.
these are
I think that I don't.
alternate.
What was my other name? I truly don't remember.
Mikey, right?
Mikey, yes.
Mikey.
And yours was Leo and... I don't
Lucky.
remember.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Leo,
Not so lucky.
and then I was Tony. I was killed off screen. Or no, I was killed on screen. I was killed by Nicky. Never mind.
All right. Let's start with the official trailer. I mean, I remember we did this together.
It was a lot of fun. We were watching
Late
Quantum
night.
of Solace.
We were watching
making
Quantum of
this.
Solace, yeah. It's kind of an odd inspiration. We have the music from the Kingsman, the Golden Circle
Kingsman 2 trailer.
2 trailer.
Really sets the tone of the whole film.
It really turned out beautifully.
The way that this came about, this project is so funny because we were just at Brody's, just talking to Brody Johannesson, you know.
We were just talking in Italian accents, trying to come up with a
We were just being
mob story.
We were just being funny, and then
'Cause it was originally supposed to be, we had a sandwich shop or something.
Yeah.
And we were in a war with the Bartolis, the other
course.
Italian family.
I think Riley Kerr kind of came up with.
Fleshed out a little bit. We
Some
were
of
just
those-
having fun.
There was
and
going to
we
be
kinda-
the off-screen Ma that was going to just be in the bedroom all the time, and then like all of us, there was just going to be one scene of us just getting all blown away, in mob style.
Oh, we were going to be making a lasagna to honor her.
Yes. Yeah.
And I didn't like lasagna.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that was the whole. And you were gonna end up making it,
I was going to be cooking it.
getting blown away, and then falling face down into the lasagna. That would have been really powerful.
And then that would have kicked off the whole story. It changed a lot on the way to the final product.
Wow. Okay. And so then we will begin the official La Marinara
Cinema
screen. This is in IMAX.
Oh,
We're in the Southpaw IMAX theater right now with the
Custom
got
built.
Dolby sound, everything.
Dolby Atmos.
In the dome.
Ah, yes.
Not a real rating, yes.
No, it's not.
But you know,
When you got stuff like this, you got to go custom.
I can't believe I put viewer discretion on this when like this isn't even the worst thing we've done.
No.
Like, we've done way worse. This is all this little buzzing. It's the sound of a record player, on the clicks, everything.
did you record that yourself?
No, it's all off YouTube. Come on, royalty free. The one thing
You're gonna make it do it
Okay.
based on a true story.
You guys,
we didn't let you do.
I don't know what your guys' problem was
I
with.
wanted to go with the fade out, true fading out the
True
story.
goes away.
That was really
With
hard.
the story.
That would have been easy.
And this song, "Be My Baby" by the Ronettes, was one of the first pieces. Like when we had first started talking about it, we knew that this was going to be the song.
Well, I know you say it all the time, Nick, but I love how in all our videos it starts off, you use the slider, you use all these really nice camera techniques, and then, as you'll notice by the end, it just goes to handheld.
So true, because it's just become so much.
So much more
I need
difficult.
to see. Look at all that. See, that's great slider action.
I love that shot
that is
there
good
so
shot.
much.
Kane
It's so
took it apart.
nice. With the little bit of coke on the nose. Come on, man.
Because taking that slider was hard. I need to just commit.
Yeah, you need to do one where you just use all your tools.
These pants were really nice because even though it was like
They
40,
were
40
tearing
degrees
away.
outside, I was wearing a tank top and
Triple XL.
really breathable pants that were, triple XL.
They don't look that big on you. They look good.
I had them rolled up like 4 times.
So Blake here, we're making real pasta, aren't you?
Yeah, we're making real
So
pasta.
you're making
Yeah,
the sauce.
kind of. I made him stick to it with what we showed and everything. Most of it.
And the pictures of us.
So this
as kids.
picture,
That was
the
of
picture one really just kind of worked
that
out.
was of Kane and I, and then 2 other people that kind of resembled you from when we were babies. Ah, yes, Chef Kiss.
Yeah.
And the hat.
And then the brave character decision to make him not speak at
Just
all.
cut all the lines.
Originally, Nicky was going to only speak in mob movie quotes,
Yeah.
which was very complicated. And then I realized early
Like
on
we shot just the dinner scene.
that out of all of
Yeah.
us, my
Yeah.
Italian accent was the worst.
The poker scene also had some lines that we cut.
Oh yeah.
What did
We
I
had to
say?
repeat some shots.
I don't. Yeah, you repeated a shot of you going, no.
I think that my Italian accent was the worst out of everybody's. So I was like, I can't do this. You guys did great. I couldn't. They did last only like 25% of the movie.
Yeah.
As the Bartoli character, do you speak at all either?
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Some
and
great-
then when you hear it, you know why I chose to not speak. Emmett, I believe you're. Oh, look at that sauce.
It just looks so good. I love the transition.
That golden lighting of the oven.
Yeah.
Little bubbles, and it just.
Well, then I love the Goodfellas-esque voiceover.
Yeah, you're the Ray Liotta. I remember we all tried to figure out who had the best voiceover, and it made more sense for you to do it.
Mm.
Plus, kind of being the head of the family.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
You're Tony Soprano. I mean, that's your.
This was such a fun night. dude.
And this is a
Whole
great.
thing, too.
that's
It was cold
cold-ass
pasta. You had to put the Parmesan
I had to
cheese
put
on.
Parmesan cheese on like 8
Where we
times.
see
You
this
never
shot?
used the shot.
Did we already see it?
No, I don't know.
The
We'll
bowl
see.
was there, but we never used that shot.
I had to
It
keep
had-
retake.
No, we kept reshooting the one bit of me putting the cheese on, and we never used it.
Yeah.
There's no sides or salad or anything. It's
No,
just.
it's just pasta. That's all you
It
need.
was amazing pasta.
It was
really good.
That was
It's homemade,
fresh
wasn't
pasta.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
All of it.
I definitely had lines here that we cut.
Oh yeah, you got a
Yeah.
couple lines.
So it was supposed to be man a few words because you just used quotes, and then it
But
just
it's just
became.
none at all.
I do like
Say
this.
nothing.
It's very
Yeah.
sweet.
It gave a little more a difference to the character from everybody else.
That's that. Oh.
Watch this. Watch this. Look, Nick's Kane's. Yeah, there he is. He said,
Oh yeah.
said the line.
You started mouthing your lines.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. As you may see on the table, there is 8 flowers, 4 yellow and 4 pink. Those represent the 2 families.
Mm-hmm.
Little what's it called? Visual storytelling.
That's right.
Emmett, we have a good one that Emmett came up with when we get down to the
That
river.
I would bet you no one has noticed because no one cares about it. But
I care. That was really cool.
it was very fun on the day, kind of trying to do.
I think some of the conversations that were not put on here were very funny.
We're very
Things
very
that
fun.
Kane said.
Just
The hot
everything
mic.
that hot mic didn't get you.
Kane said some good stuff.
Just story building.
It's a character.
Mr.
development
Louis
levels.
Slugger.
Perfect. I've been crunching the numbers lately, and it's looking like this year could be our best year yet.
We never say how much money we're actually pulling. It's just better than last
Which
year.
is big money. You see those bills I get.
Yeah, you know what?
Big
We
money.
should have mentioned that. We'll see it when we see it again.
Yeah.
Nobody ever noticed that. We did a good job of.
I was so surprised that I showed them on
It's like
camera.
the Hobbit.
They were huge.
We did forced perspective.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
massive.
It was a bigger envelope too, so you could.
Yeah, that's true. It's like people assume it's a regular size.
And then using an actual recipe.
This was so kindly created by my grandmother. She added the burned edges and she aged it.
So you still have that frame, don't you?
I do. It's in my room.
I wonder where that burned edge came from.
Well, she was cooking, and then she had it back in the day. It wasn't nothing to
Yeah,
her,
I
so
got
she
it.
just had it sitting in the
Just
thing.
on an open flame. Might as well have been a campfire.
Oh man, the Bartoli voice.
Roberto, hey,
And then the zoomed in shot, and then practically
Yeah, boom,
cutting
boom, boom.
the snapshots, like they were getting pictures of it,
Exactly.
staking out the place.
I like that.
It was good.
We were supposed to shoot a shot where it was like all of us like.
You're like in a car or something.
Yeah, but we're like, nah, it's unnecessary.
All right, boys, I'm gonna stay safe in the house. You guys all go out get the money.
Nah, you see my segment here. I go out and drive and
Oh,
do some
that's right.
pickups.
Oh, and we get the Sopranos theme
a
song.
little. Oh yeah, one of my favorites.
Now, Polly is the oldest of us. and Probably the only
Did we
one
do
who's
most of the exterior just in Jefferson, or was that?
Yeah.
Most everything.
I don't know if we did
I
anything.
don't think we shot anything in Albany.
The river
Oh,
scene.
the river stuff, but
Nothing,
nothing
like
downtown.
in town. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna use Albany downtown. We didn't need to.
Because most everything either takes place at one of the
That's
two
right there.
houses, or like
And I guess all the street signs, those are cool. It makes it seem like it's further away.
it's different.
But in reality, it's like one block that we went on. That's right there, up there. You wouldn't know.
Look
Look at that big
look at
money.
this huge bill.
You would not know.
That envelope is full.
Exactly.
I guess you don't know how far down they are. In the
Emmett and I
envelope,
went to
but-
Halloween store and we're like, all right, we just
Those are the only
it was all we had.
fake money we could get.
Emmett's gold Rolex.
That's
Just
right.
tell them that's all a real cash.
That's from my grandfather.
It doesn't work anymore.
This is at North Albany Park.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was
No,
at
sorry,
Millersburg.
Millersburg
cut that,
Park. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I meant.
That was on the other scene, probably.
What are you talking about here, Emmett? What was your?
Something about hot dogs.
You were talking about how you're not supposed to put mustard.
Something about mustard or relish or something not going on a hot dog. Maybe sauerkraut. I don't remember.
Oh, we just reuse that
Yeah,
shit.
it's all
Some
stuff
about-
that people.
No,
choice
no
they put on hot dogs.
everyone puts that stuff on hot dog.
Do all our pickups
Always.
out of town so that we don't draw attention to our actual residents.
Yep.
Very true. Yeah.
And Emmett can lose a tail on the way back to the house.
Oh, then
Oh,
this,
yeah.
I love this
Speaking
scene.
of
Because of our limited amount of actors, we just played. Also, not only did we play the main people, we also played the main villains, but we
Yeah.
also
Played on
Played the goons.
played the goons. So this is Emmett being voiced by me.
Yeah. So this was a kind of a fun one.
He's at
Well,
a
and then the scene later, it's reversed where I'm voicing.
me. Yeah.
I'm voicing Blake.
Yeah, your voice
Yeah. You're,
mine,
my
yeah.
bad. Yes.
But this is a great scene.
All uneven ground, trying to guide Emmett with a bag over his head.
Also almost dark.
And
Trying
you
to
can
get-
see, like always.
An ungodly amount of cocaine.
I've just got 2 kilos in my pocket just to carry around.
Just for a little bit. Oh, smack. And that shot with everything blowing up.
That's a lot of money worth.
Just
Just
wasted
got
right
wasted.
That's why we don't have such a ritzy lifestyle. We're spending our money so much.
Oh, yeah.
With the bag over his head. Like, Emmett, okay, just run straight.
And just fall. Alright.
And how quickly it gets dark here, but it really
Yeah.
doesn't show too much somehow.
No,
It's nice we got the lights on the car first.
this shoot specifically, we're like, let's just shoot right before sundown, where the
Yeah.
sun's just.
We did a lot of them like that,
We
actually.
got-
do it all the
We've
time.
got 20 minutes of light left.
Sneaks
Let's,
up on
So
us.
you may notice these shots. These are real gunshots. We took a wooden cross, put a watermelon on top, and then put the bag over it and close, and I shot it with my 9mm. And look at all that. I don't even think that's blood. That's all
No,
watermelon.
that's all like watermelon.
it just soaked through the
Juice.
bag. It looked great.
It looked really good. And the little like chunks of it looked.
Oh, a little bunch of cameos on this right next shot. Oh, look at all those.
It's a real who's who of old school Southpaw.
Yes, it is.
From Anchorman and Cops episode 2.
Cops.
El
and
Mysterio.
El Mysterio, the old unreleased early script of yours. The,
Oh, Soaked in Red.
soaked in
yes.
red, couple soaked in red characters. Thrift oil.
I really enjoy this part. I think it's very.
This one's great. This
Yeah.
was
And
you
I-
got a nice cameo.
When I shot
from-
it, I didn't even notice, but you can see Langford,
in the car.
the great,
yeah.
the great,
The
Yeah.
great
the
Nicholas,
great Nick Langford.
Nicholas Langford,
Okay, so we
coworker.
didn't
of mine.
play everybody.
No, we had a
did
couple
one
of
other
special guest
person.
stars. But this is one of the best scenes. I love
I
this
think
one.
he got to drop more F-bombs than anybody else.
Ever did?
Combined.
No,
Yeah.
you got to.
He had what, 2 or 3?
I think we're getting past the point where it's like my entire fan base is like my grandma and grandpa, so it's like, but it's like they'll get over it.
Yeah.
The old Smith and Wesson.
Oh yeah.
This is super fun.
This is a great.
I remember planning this whole thing out. It was a really good time. The lighting was so good too with the sun coming
Yes.
in.
Mm-hmm.
I just
I love
love. We based this off of the Batman trailer.
Batman trailer.
At that time, only the trailer had released it. It was where he was beating the guy down.
Coming up with everything with Spike was so fun.
He was a good boy. He was a good boy.
Smiling.
Oh, we get a little.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
This is supposed to be like, don't try it.
Who's gonna win? One angry guy with a gun or a
Bag of
Like
tomatoes.
tomates. Oh man. Mm.
Blake, you cut your hand up.
Yeah, I did. I
Boom.
cut my hand over that gun.
Then we had, what was it, like glass off
It
a
was-
picture frame in
yeah.
front of the
Yeah.
guns?
just wasted all those
camera.
good tomatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still intact, which is amazing.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, you could have washed those off, honestly.
I could have used them. Then this one, how much times have changed? Schmitty Wood's a real song.
I'm very proud of making that.
Good old Cops.
No After Effects. I just.
Cops episode 2.
Here I am playing this person right
Say-
after playing, but then
say,
voiced by Emmett, right?
Yeah, voiced by
Blake
Emmett.
plays Schmitty Woods, voiced by me.
Trying to fix it.
I think this was the first thing that I shot.
You did. You were on that ladder.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Trying to cleverly like keep my face hidden with the thing by
Keep
him
it hidden,
slamming the mask
yeah.
back down. It's fun.
Obscured your vision. Let Nikki get the other upper hand.
He would really go to town on it.
Was
And
not
there's
a
another
short
one
while
where-
that I had to crawl around and gravel. Yeah.
Well, because again, you can see the light start to go. We're
Yeah.
probably doing this shot here for 5 or 10
Oh
minutes.
yeah. And you kept trying to like position it right.
I just realized that I entered and it was like daytime.
Yeah, it was like the evening.
I didn't even notice that. It's
Well, you
pretty
could have
late.
let me crawl for a while. I think that's kind of what we were banking on. You're sitting there like maybe like debating what to do or something, just watching him.
You smoke down that whole cigarette.
Yeah. In reality, it was a whole pack actually.
Just rip a dart and just
Right in front of us.
wait it out.
Didn't even give me a hit.
I like the backlight of this shot.
Well, and then this shot, we drill the hole.
Yeah, drill the hole through it, and then I remember
Some smoke.
Thing. Oh, you used this. Yeah, you had the smoke
Yeah.
machine
the fog
strung
machine-
up through.
with like a hose.
Was
Yeah.
that while I was wearing it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're wearing
trying to
the
get it through and
hose.
it
Yeah.
wasn't working. This is the classic Savelli home. Eh?
Oh yeah. This is fun. The random audio you put together in here was really cool.
That that same we used
Yeah.
probably
You
4
used it
different
all the
times.
time. You used to
Yeah,
give
we
it
did.
yeah.
And then I think we used it again in a second.
Yeah.
This is a fun night too. Teaching Nick poker because he
I didn't
was shooting
know.
a poker scene and didn't know how to play poker.
I didn't. I was like, you guys just
Fun.
kind of go with it, you know.
And then editing it together doesn't make much sense.
No,
You
it really jumps around.
And you know what's crazy is that I
Well, we
wouldn't
did-
know that.
We
Yeah.
put way too much effort into this actually. I feel like we could have gotten away with just throwing some cards and chips around.
So
Yeah.
true.
We really set up like, okay, you're holding these cards and he's gonna draw this and it's gonna
I say we
you're gonna
set
flip
up
the-
some good
The
hands
hands.
later on.
Funny fact here,
Hey, you
Emmett
know?
actually can't shuffle.
That's true. You know, that's a good point. This was a real conversation that we've had many times.
Wow, look at that bridge.
See that is years of hard work.
And the funny thing, I'll mess up one shuffle every once in a while, and Emmett will make
That's
sure
right.
to point it
Well,
out.
because you're supposed to be the best shuffler, you know, to ever go.
I can't remember. Did I end up doing the thing where, as we go out in order, that is the way. Like king goes out first, like
Isn't it opposite?
opposite, and then like that's the
I thought we might
order
have done opposite.
in which people die.
No, it would have.
So I go out
Probably wins the game.
exactly, and you
So
die
it could
last.
be. Well, let's
Oh.
see.
So I think it's like reversed.
Yeah.
And I think I go out
You go out
first.
First.
Kane, then Blake.
Hey, look, it's a reuse.
Wouldn't it be in order if he lives last?
It would be in order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that
yeah,
order?
Nikki just lost there.
And you do go out first.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for
literally.
the 4 of us, yeah.
Exactly, and I think Kane goes out.
Kane goes out next,
Okay.
and then Blake goes.
That there is the jacket from the delivery driver.
Great jacket.
You just throw some gray pants on and changes the outfit.
Weren't you
completely.
wearing like lady pants in that?
I think for most of the things I'm wearing lady pants.
Cue ball, lady. Those are total lady
Oh,
pants.
the
I mean, we got them in the women's section,
yeah. Well, they. Oh, I think no. That's
but they
part of the
look
jacket.
fine. They don't look that bad. They don't look bad.
Trying to light the scene was so funny too, like
Oh, yeah,
in his
just-
shop, like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
trying to not make it look like the last scene. It's
So the scene we just had
Yeah.
at the same shop.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so Kane goes out.
So Kane is
Yeah.
the
So it's in order.
It's all visual storytelling.
That's right. And this one was the fun we set up.
And then I remember, like, I'm like, what hands would you guys have? Because I don't know.
Yeah, we throw a little. It's bullshit. The odds of this hand, let me tell you.
Just casually throwing a royal flush.
Yeah, why not?
I still think Paulie was cheating.
Probably.
I don't know
No.
how because he wasn't shuffling, but
Yeah. Slipped a few cards in there. He organized the whole poker night. He knows how to
I'm sure we get another. Oh,
And then this is actually you just threw your chips in. Everyone else is still in, even though it should be the end of the game.
No, this
Yeah.
is where
And you get to
a
take
separate game,
and you
right?
take the pot.
I'd say, yeah, I think it's assumed
Yeah.
now it's separate games
Yeah,
because
yeah. Some chips flying around.
chips, yeah. Then this was
I think
the
this
first
is the first
Bartoli
Bartoli.
scene.
Yeah.
We
This
get
is
some.
a-
Oh, I
we
love
get some
this.
Bowie.
I'm trying not
Dressing up for this is
to.
super
This
fun.
no, this was Rolling Stone.
No,
We get
Bowie's
Bowie
next,
at
my
the
bad.
next one.
Mm.
Come on. But this was fun. Yeah, trying to.
There was a cop
Oh, yeah,
right
there
off
was
to
a
the
cop
left.
there.
Oh
Wow.
God, yeah.
But he's
Staging
cool.
a break-in.
You know, we're always like, he's like,
But
what's
again,
up?
we have a camera up, and it should be fun.
I think he knows that I just do weird stuff out here. You know?
And keeping that tablecloth there just builds the world.
I still have another unused version of that. That's gonna go in for auction for like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to do absolutely nothing to pick that lock.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of.
kinda-
I just wiggle it with my hands.
Trying not to show our faces.
Yeah. Trying to make it too obvious yet that we're the twins.
Doing the bare minimum to make us look different.
Yeah.
Like I have a little newspaper
He
boy
just
hat.
pops it
I
open.
didn't do a single thing.
It's just that easy.
I was just going.
It was already unlocked. He was just messing around.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
we
We're
had
wearing
left
black.
it.
That's how we know.
Yeah, that was a difference.
Do I have the only splash of color with that purple?
Yeah.
And the
Purple's
white
good.
That was intentional, I think, because we were like
So you were the
the
head.
leader.
guy.
Yeah. Hierarchy.
I love how
And the
you,
hat,
that
too.
frame is so good. I love
There
we
was
got a
such-
picture of it.
I love how you don't care about your family at all. Like as we die, you're like, I don't know.
We're trying to get the recipe.
It's all
Yeah,
about
recipes.
recipes. Yeah. It's just numbers.
That's just like a phone light, I'm pretty sure.
They added a
Oh.
bunch of random things to try and get this lighting right. Yeah.
Look at that. And the framing is the exact same as when we left.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then you matched it right here, yeah. When we come back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing here first.
I guess it's the match to.
Is there a slight Dutch tilt on this?
There's just like didn't change anything on the fridge.
That one there.
It's just
Oh.
like wedding invitations, just like whatever was up there.
Gives it a lived-in feel.
Sure, totally.
Limb.
I bet we
The
go to a lot of
lamp, yeah.
weddings. See, I like all the color we have.
Yeah.
Blues and greens and reds and whatever. I have a small breakdown.
You just lost 50% of your money.
You see that shot? Oh, yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah, no, that shot's reused too.
I just
But
zoom in and I make it look really golden.
I was trying to look for the recipe.
What were you doing in the fridge?
I was looking for something to eat. We were out all night.
Yeah, I was
Sure, it's a long night. We can get some
hungover and
sleep.
everything,
It was
yeah.
a bit peckish.
Looking for the recipe and covered in the weirdest spots. And I'm just sort of like
Just trying to calm him
comfort
down.
him, like, it's okay.
Nikki's got a screw loose. Oh look, my lanyard, damn it.
Hey, the lanyard's made another appearance.
I never noticed that.
I didn't notice it till right now.
Me either.
That's awesome.
How'd I get
Of course,
over
being
there?
the chef, I'm the most freaked out about the recipe.
Exactly.
Even though I should
Nope.
know it. I think.
Record
Do I
click.
canonically still know it, but we still don't want anyone to get their hands on it?
Hmm.
What about the record plate?
The recipe.
Just that click, implying some time jumps.
Yeah.
So some continuity doesn't match up, and that's alright.
Oh, and we get the Bartoli
The backstory.
and the Savelli
I love this, yeah.
backstory.
Clicking through the
Guest
pictures
star.
and everything.
Wyatt Molly.
Wyatt Burris, the boy.
And Sugar the Cat, of course.
Andrew the cat. The real star.
I think we tried to look up what was the percentages of the chance of having 4 sets
It was
of identical twins.
it was very low. Very, very
But
low.
not impossible.
You know, it happened somewhere.
You know, I just realized that'd be like octuplets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not all at once.
4 sets of
I think-
individual twins.
We're not all the
Oh,
same.
they could be.
thing.
Yeah, it could be spaced out.
Yeah.
It could be twin,
But just
twin.
every time getting identical twins. is really
Well, it could be all 8 at
For
once,
some
so-
reason, that feels even more unlikely.
Oh yeah.
Well,
no,
you could be
there's so much
selective
luck.
about it, right?
Oh god.
The match cut.
I'm pretty sure Mrs. Savelli worked in a factory, so she was breathing all those fumes.
That's how she gets so many twins.
There,
Here's the bow.
Bowie, yeah. Look at that little hat.
That hat just made me feel evil.
Oh, Blake wasn't here this day. And I'm just
Yeah.
eating, I'm
Well,
just
this
eating
is
an apple.
we shot a ton of stuff this day. We shot this,
The ending, huh?
the final scene, and the Nikki scene.
Wow.
All today.
It's for this location.
Yeah, just getting the whole yard ready at the Bartoli house.
It's amazing that all the characters have the same hair length. It's like But we did that on purpose. It's to kind of show that they're still connected in a way.
But like there's subtle differences. Like
I think I've got my
Blake's
pony.
hair was tied
Yeah.
for Leo, but down for Lucky, and opposite, with Kane.
Got my ponytail.
Yeah.
I enjoy how he folds it to show that he doesn't
Just
really
doesn't
care about
care
it as the,
About the
need-
sanctity of it.
I just need the recipe. I don't care
He
what
doesn't.
state it's in. I can put it on something.
You know, I
else.
realized you never actually do anything with it.
Nope.
No, you get the
No,
But
chance to, I
he
think.
makes. He was making sauce for the final scene. We had the little drop on the
Oh, you're right.
on the
I
jacket.
was trying to. Well, you guys have been doing the recipe for years.
Yeah.
We
Kind of knew about heart.
Oh, look, that same scene.
None
That
of-
same shot.
None of us are chefs.
Oh, it's because I wasn't there that day. Well, obviously I was actually.
Did you not have the
We just
outfit?
came over and
I
filmed.
don't think
while
you just
were
didn't have a shot to put there.
True.
And you were filming
I was
it, too.
filming it, and I was like, "Oh, I could do this."
gone. He's gonna go meet with the enemy.
Blake, I remember that first delivery. That line was really grumpy. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, then there it is.
There's
There's,
again.
there's that reuse shot.
You wouldn't know.
This was a fun.
That is a
battle.
still image.
So here, all right, here's a little visual storytelling. The bridge sanctifies or symbolizes, let's
The
say,
middle of the bridge, right?
the middle of the bridge
Split
is splitting the two.
Mhm.
The left side is the Bartolis. The right side,
Because canonically
course.
live on opposite sides
yeah,
of the
they
river.
canonically live on different sides of the river.
We're drinking spiced rum there.
This is
Just
very real. No, they did not
That
know
was
until I brought
yeah.
real rum.
But how they
You were
move
hammered.
throughout the scene shows kind of where their alliances and their loyalties start to waver a little bit.
Where
they
and
lie.
you saw this in watching.
It was
Prisoner of
I believe it was
Azkaban?
Prisoner of Azkaban. I
Very good.
noticed it.
And see, now we move over, correct? Like we're
Yep,
moving
and now we're going
Like, I'm trying
over,
to get him to my side and see my reason.
and now he's more towards the center of the
Yep.
bridge.
Emmett was cameraman for the day, and he was really on for that day, and he was guiding us.
It was very fun.
See, I'm on the edge, right? Yeah, that's great.
I love
really
this too.
teetering.
These two characters kind of like taking it out of all the craziness and action of it, and being like just trying to like preserve the
Have a
family and
conversation.
care about their lives and everything, and not ruining it over the recipe one way or another. However you feel about it.
Well, and then quick thing here, all the great visual storytelling and big story moments here kind of masks the, let's say, shoddy ADR being done here. This is our first time doing ADR.
I've learned a lot
It
since then.
could have been better. But look, here he goes back to his side. He's like,
Just
Didn't
enough
really make the
to
progress. I
didn't
wanted
make
to.
the progress he wanted, yeah.
to think about the conversation, mull it over, and then
Say, you know what,
You know,
this
we're
doesn't change.
That's where we're sitting right now, actually,
It's true.
on all of those objects, unchanged.
I know she's looking down on us. I know you boys are looking for new chances. But to be honest with you, I don't know what it is.
and then this comes up to the point when you make your great escape within 13
Oh,
seconds.
Say,
this is really
we
fun.
timed-
Right? You
Was
write
it
a note.
22 seconds.
Dive out the window.
We've done that so many times. Okay, this is what he's doing. Yeah, it was so good.
Those are my baby hands in the back. on the show.
Okay, now he's starting, right?
He's
going into
he's
the room.
scribbling the note. But I say you'd have enough time to make the whole phone call. He's scribbling the note. He's putting the little stuffed animal on it, and he's diving out the window.
Go get Nikki.
There's plenty of time.
Assuming I had to also take the screen out of the window.
It might have already been gone.
Yeah, it could have been good. Maybe you're planning this for a while.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Yeah, it was about 22 seconds. And we just assumed you're
The
ducked.
teddy bear's such a good.
You're just sitting beneath the window waiting for us
He's just hiding.
to leave.
This note is the remnants of what was the mob movie quotes. This is the only mob movie quote I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we
The
get.
only one that made it.
Seems like
At least we knew he could write. He just couldn't.
I don't even remember what movie this was from, but it was from something that was a mob movie.
And then you're already at the other side of town.
It's a small town.
You don't know how much time's
Most
passed.
of the towns
Yeah,
are
yeah.
small in our stuff.
We never see anyone. We never see Leo or Nikki ever drive. It's always Vinny and
I can't talk. I don't think I can drive either.
walks all the way across town.
This was the only squib shot that we had.
It was, and I think it looked really, well.
good.
We did it once to kind of test it, It didn't turn out great.
I wanna-
did it again.
When I do it, I want to do that more because it looks much better than trying to do it other ways.
Shooting this in two halves was really fun.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Where luckily the lighting, we did it
For some of the
right
eagle,
after each other.
for some of the eagle-eyed viewers, the Bartolis are played by us, the same people that played the Savellis.
Wow.
In case you couldn't tell.
So that's me, but then right there, on the right, that's also me. I know I have a hat on, so you probably can't tell.
The same pistol used for so many guns.
Oh, so many. We've used the same couple pistols for the past like 5 years. Ooh.
It's funny here being on both sides.
You got off 20 shots and you hit once.
See, that's a good squib shot. That was impressive. And that was a couple times we had to get that right because it wasn't going out.
That
Wow.
death was the guy from Saving Private Ryan. One of the guys that just gets shot, and I'm like,
Oh, was it the
guy that like throws his pistol.
Yeah.
The way he just seems so mad that he got killed.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
how I was kind of playing it.
And then my subtle eye glance, I only care about that recipe.
Exactly.
My brother just got shot, and I went straight for the recipe.
got shot by
Who
you
are
know, shot your bro.
Yeah, well, he messed up the recipe. I couldn't read it fully.
Hey, it's from Tommy. Let's go take this.
Were you trying to call me earlier and I didn't answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was
then,
right before Nikki left.
Now I'm calling you back.
Mm.
Tommy
Yeah.
Bartok. What a pleasure it is to finally hear from you.
Didn't you want to do? It was almost like a Cuban.
It was close to. I was trying to do
Scarface.
a more distinct accent, so it wasn't just the same voice both
Mhm.
times.
Well, we do know that Papa Bartoli did move us to Cuba for a few years, so
Of course.
he might have picked it up then.
Right.
If you're reading the graphic novel, that kind of fleshes that out.
Yeah,
It does,
we do.
yeah.
We should do a novelization.
It is the backstory of all of our.
He's dead.
Surprised we
This
get-
scene was always funny.
Oh, we did this in
because-
like a one shot, which was cool.
Yeah, but Blake said the exact same thing.
Blake's trying to.
Blake says one to kind of talk him off, and I'm like, no, and say the exact same
Yeah.
thing. that he said. But yeah,
But I
doing
like
this
that-
all
that
in one
middle-
was really good.
Strong voice quelling both sides and like trying to be the leader there and step in.
Mm.
Clearly to no avail.
This song was also always the plan for Kane's character.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it
It's
wasn't
gonna be
always
a
Kane.
wreck.
It just this song was
First place,
associated
right?
closely with cocaine, so we just were like, well, we gotta make sure.
This is a fun shoot too. It's
This is
cold.
another one that was fun to do, kind of in the winter.
Oh, I love this shit.
in the truck.
Lucky,
Lucky,
yeah.
Oh, this is all
This
shot
is
by
really
Emmett.
fun.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
You doing audio or something else?
I was
Oh,
driving.
you were driving. He was driving the
Side by
Yeah.
side.
Side by side.
Because we didn't have another car out there, so we're like, let's just use the side by side. I mean, it worked.
You just need the lights,
Yeah.
really.
And this was in one of the coldest
Uh,
nights.
Oh,
Was it cold?
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say this
cold.
was really cold.
Everyone else was wearing jackets, and I had my tank
Oh,
top.
Get the tank top.
And then you had
Cruising.
blood on you.
You remember you were
Yeah.
leaning against the headlights were warm.
The grill of the car is
Yeah.
all metal. Because you can see your breath.
Oh
It's
yeah.
freezing.
See, it's you, and then it's also you talking to you.
This is crazy.
It's the first time that happened.
Missed opportunity to rip those
Oh,
pants
no,
off.
because Mike used
I wasn't wearing anything underneath.
Oh. Oh.
I might have put on.
Going
I
commando.
might have had my shorts on underneath.
Commando.
Just so it wasn't freezing. And get lit up. I'm covered
Absolutely.
in blood that's been sitting out in the cold.
Yeah. Drew, yeah, you're like soaked.
Stabbing holes through my shirt while I'm still wearing it. A little tough to see because it fades to black, but he actually does stop breathing.
Yeah, see the subtle.
He does.
Subtle little thing there.
I can't see his breath after the first.
We held a lot of shots in this, which I think was good. Like, not as many quick cuts.
Yeah.
The tattered picnic table. Were some of the flowers or do we don't see?
We
the
only
flowers
see him at
We
the
don't
end.
see, the final Polly bit. We see all the
I love
flowers,
this scene too. It's like the farewell.
It is in that.
but they don't know it's the final.
And like the different sides of the fence thing supposed to be like, I'm gonna die.
Exactly in that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who knew?
that too right there.
And then back
That's probably one of my
to-
favorite moments is when you get shot. It
Yeah.
like only 'cause it just
It's so
comes out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
No.
And our second river scene.
Second
The
river
lighting
scene.
here, we got so lucky too. It was beautiful.
Lighting was great. We got it done before it got dark.
Because we started
Just caught the
before
sunset.
sunset.
Yeah.
And here you can hear why I chose to not speak as much as I could. The Italian doesn't come natural for me.
Not much of an accent. Really
It doesn't
there.
come natural to me, man.
Two very real, very sharp knives going on this.
That's
Yeah,
true.
these were real nice. We couldn't afford stunt knives, so we had these real ones.
Just very, very,
You
very.
wanted me to like actually push it up against you two, and I refused.
I trust you, Blake.
I don't trust myself enough to do that.
But despite
That was
we
cool.
did
I
it so safely. Like
Oh,
there was no
Yeah,
chance of
Because the
injury.
whole, you didn't use the real knives.
Yeah, pressing the fist in was a good thing too, where it just looks like it's buried. That was cool.
Yeah.
One stab wound just below the ribs, and he's immediately dead.
Yeah. That's it.
You know, that's pretty funny.
I love this. This is one of my favorite shots in the whole thing.
This is one of my favorite
Yeah,
songs.
it's just-
also.
On the song, it's
So
perfect.
He just had to take
The
out one
lighting
of
was
his
beautiful. The
brothers.
hand there and him walking away all stressed. He's supposed to look really stressed and doesn't. Obviously, didn't want this shit to happen, you know.
Yeah.
I think your Nick Bartoli character and Blake, they were closer than everybody else.
Yeah.
There was that
Yeah.
one
They
So
connection.
actually
it's the
had
closest bond
conversation.
between I think the Bartolis and Sibeli's. Yeah.
And now he
that's
just had to
broken.
kill him.
It's-
That one little bit has just
Yeah.
got severed, and he's upset. He's just trying to get home,
Yeah.
reconvene with Polly, and
Find out what to do next.
And I love that this is I think we talked about this as him being spared in a way because he was like distraught and like out of his element. I think we wanted to say that he was one of the ones who didn't really want to be violent too. Like he was kind of reluctant
Yes.
about it and he didn't like the strife. That's when he's trying to like convene and then it just all snaps.
And all ends.
And he really is spared in that way. He's just like a quick death and out.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Man,
It was the quickest death of
Anyone
anyone
probably.
in the movie.
Yeah.
It's everyone else, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
Like that we chose to not use any blood on Blake's face, even though he would have got his head completely blown off.
Yeah.
We got some on the fence, though. You know.
Yeah, it's fine. It would be so much more.
his head was turned.
Yeah, we didn't show it.
That's true. Yeah, we never showed.
No,
his
we
face.
show it. No, we show it.
When I was walking past you, I think I accidentally stepped on Blake.
I was laying there another time just laying on the ground for so long.
Like you,
Three
like,
times, right?
Somehow everything
Lucky
we
was
do,
on the
you
ground.
just end up laying on the ground.
Yeah, I was like crawling through the gravel.
Schmitty
like,
Woods?
Yeah, Schmitty. And then here I'm just. So I wanted to keep the spot. I wanted to make sure it looked right. And you're like, oh, you can get up. And I was like, I mean, I'm gonna have to come back down anyway.
The spinning camera, the,
Oh, I love this.
the close, the shakiness.
Yeah, showing his freaking out and then.
Like, oh, no.
He sees it.
The worst
So
fears
lighting is cool
realized.
too. With these like, fading
Then going
lights in
through
there. Yeah.
You're kind of going through the trees. You kind of see something.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can totally see his head.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't have
Do we
one.
know that it was a headshot exactly?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we sort of.
The flash
Could've
was
been
on
the other
his
side of the
face.
face.
That was it.
Wait, that would actually make more sense with the way it was facing if it was on the other side.
Oh,
I would probably said something like that.
There you go. It's just on the ground.
We just
Yeah.
tried to see. We shot this.
And
This
this
is
is
This
very.
is the
Very
very
early.
first thing we ever
Yeah.
shot.
And
Was
this is why
in the
we
opening
have a
scene.
slider, very smooth camera here.
Looks great. But you can't even tell it was the first thing we shot.
No, your hair is different length, but you don't know.
It's not noticeable
Yeah.
enough.
The difference here is I chose to not have the light on. It kind of was more of like a gray blue tone.
Well, and then the desk is trash. Pencil's broken.
Exactly.
This I love how cold and lonely this part feels too with the
Mhm.
two of them.
Big money scattered
All of
everywhere.
this. Yeah. That face too was so good.
It was so
Disgust.
so Italian.
Yeah.
Just had enough.
I'm surprised we were able to reuse so many of those airsoft guns so many times and have it still feel
Still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it works less for me as time goes on, but that's why
The more
There'll be a
reuse.
time where we'll need. To
we're getting
get new
better
ones.
for this. For like the next projects, I'm trying to tone back on the gun use, and when there is guns, I want it to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I think I got a little carried away. Kane's
Maybe.
always told me. Kane's always tried to check me. I never wanted to listen to him, but he's right.
It seemed like everything we did, like every video.
I like
had-
guns. I don't know what to tell you. I like guns. They're fun. I like that show. That took forever to get.
That was
That
such
was
a
such
long.
a fun day.
God,
too.
that's so
That was
sad.
nuts.
And now we see that
This was shot
Yeah.
way later. We shot the rest of this
Yes.
stuff. I think the same day as the final scene.
we see the flowers now. There's one pink representing, I would imagine, Polly, and then one yellow representing Tommy, and then the rest are dead.
Rest are dead. Look at that.
I was
A
thinking
little bit
pink,
of visual storytelling.
pink shirt for Bartolo.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, actually could be.
Everybody
yeah.
can get their. It's just half and half.
Yeah, just one of each. You can choose which ones.
Yeah, it's totally up to your interpretation.
And then Polly takes over, making the pasta.
Yep.
You know what? Maybe there was like a buy one get one deal on the guns, and so we just kind of went and. That's
Yeah,
why they're all the
because-
I
same.
think
It's
it
the
could be
same
the
one
family
that-
preference again too. We all
Oh yeah.
grew up using the same shit.
Yeah,
Stuff.
but like the 1911s and the whatever's.
Yeah.
Oh, the apron. That's so powerful.
Oh,
The
yeah.
song too, just.
Sorry.
Holding it for a second.
I basically learned about the Rolling Stones like music when I was editing. Like I haven't really ever listened to them, but then I found they had so many good songs. I
Oh,
was like,
so yeah.
jeez. Oh, it's so sad.
I remember watching it the first time because I hadn't stayed up to date when we were editing it as we were going. So I think the first time I saw the whole thing was the first time I saw a lot of the shots that I wasn't in,
Mm-hmm.
and it got some real emotional pull on it.
Oh yeah.
When you get invested in the,
Yeah.
A running joke that I feel,
Story.
not a running joke, but a joke we had planned was just an ungodly amount of pepper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 'cause
There's
that's-
there's one line about it where it's like
That was
"Heaven always
important,
tells my sauce a little too
Yeah.
much pepper,"
I don't even know.
but it's a little bit. That's a lot.
Leo would be
Classic
really
dad move.
mad because
Yeah.
that is just
Like, oh,
jarred,
yeah.
jarred pasta sauce.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean I was happy because it's the one that's gonna get spilled later, right?
That's true.
True.
We never actually didn't eat it.
See, my blood is still on the trees.
Blood on the leaves.
Very true.
The limp.
Oh yeah. I love how. Oh yeah, I guess I was always there.
Yeah, it was always there. We just didn't. We were gonna have a scene where we show Paulie get the limp,
Yes.
Yeah.
but we never
Like-
did it.
You don't need it, you know.
Showing doesn't have a gun. Very
Very
ineffectively
obvious.
showing.
So.
Still cooking.
Notoriously quick to cook. Also, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Cannot walk away from it for very long.
Oh yeah, it takes like 5-10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
That's
But
so.
again,
funny.
I
That's
think
if it's
Paulie's
dry,
not the
yeah.
chef. He doesn't know that.
He's making the like package stuff.
I never had any pasta going. That was a lot.
Yeah. Still like to buy that.
No.
But I guess they both are lying, so they probably don't even.
All I wanted was the sauce, so I could.
Oh, we know how it's
Kind of get it, yeah. Kind of probably put it up against your own.
Make sure I'm
See how
doing it
close
right.
you were. Yeah.
And I was stupid enough to just have
little
straight
sauce
pasta
on there.
sauce.
On the jacket.
Didn't we say who we say was the cook of the other group, the Bartolis?
Yeah.
Emmett.
that's what we- Emmett's-
Yeah. Tony was
Tony,
the cook
yeah.
with Nicky Poppins.
Mhm.
Because that's why he was holding the recipe in that scene.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
breaking it down.
Mm.
So good.
Boom!
Love that.
That one worked. That shot looked so good.
I think that was the first time I messed up my back. Do it just falling like
Oh
that.
no.
See, here would have been a good place for scripts, but you know, the more you know.
Yeah.
We spent so long trying to get that one to work. So we had to do a couple more.
Ever heard of a hospital?
What these guys?
Oh, this is such a great. Just love the ending of this.
It's this,
With
the
Pink
recipe
Floyd.
gets flooded with
Recipe, yeah.
sauce and it just becomes dirtied over time.
The way
Or
the
destroyed, yeah.
The way the sun's hitting the sauce is like giving it that same golden lighting that it had in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And this song was always the plan to end it.
Oh, 'cause it's perfect.
The Departed.
And the recipe ends up dying out
It dines with
with the family.
Though I was able to rinse off the recipe and frame it, so I still have it.
That's true.
The marinara.
Bam.
Kane, was it you
Big
doing
old
that? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I was trying to tip it and it had a glob that just fell.
Just what?
Because Paulie we would have rather it be had nobody have it than have it be sold.
Yeah. That's why Paulie kind of gave a smile there. He's like, at least it's
Yeah.
going with the rest of us.
You got it back before
Mhm.
the end.
And that is soon to
Man.
become the most viewed video that we.
Is it past?
It's almost past Cops
Cops
episode
episode
1, which just infuriates me. May I say?
It's so funny that that's still
Makes me so
number
mad.
one. But,
We have some good credits.
yeah. Well, this was so much fun to make.
It
This
was.
I think it started out, we said, okay, we just did the project before, and we're like, all right, let's make something small that we can do pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
And this took like just over a month.
Oh yeah, probably took a
Make
month or so.
This only took a month.
It took us probably through all of. It was like all of September,
Probably more than a month.
I think
or like
Yeah.
end of
Yeah.
August, beginning of September.
it was like 4 or 5 weeks, so like just
Something like
over a month.
Yeah. But it was.
Kind of quick if you consider.
That's
yeah,
not bad.
Like 40. What?
We were
42
working like
minutes.
long days for a while there. Like
Oh,
we were doing
yeah.
we were, like,
12s.
Oh,
we
shit.
basically had like some pretty long shoots.
But that is how we got it done so quick.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's
We just put our nose to the grindstone and got it done.
I'd say that this is the most well put together one that we've done. Like I think overall it has the best fluidity.
yeah.
Oh,
I think the
yeah.
vibe and like getting into the characters and everything went really smoothly, and it showed on the screen.
Because everyone was
kinda.
just really locked in
Yeah.
for this one.
Mhm.
But yeah, that one is.
Well, folks, that's La Marinera.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for listening along. Here are our thoughts on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, happy 1 year
Happy 1
anniversary.
year
to La
anniversary.
Marinera.
1 year.